Hey, CJ, your favorite scuba diver here with Deep South Divers. I wanted to show you the cam bands that I've got on my rig. I just got out of the water, so forgive my appearance. But back plate, wing, harness. This is mostly a DIR setup. It has some modifications to it. But I wanted to kind of show you guys exactly what was going on with those cam bands. I had kind of promised that I would do that on Monday. Today's Tuesday. This is my best bet for getting this done. Anyway, I've been diving today, and I've got about an hour and a half in very shallow water, aluminum 80 tank. This is already finished. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out tanks using these cam bands, but without disconnecting my regulator from the rest of my rig. So this is how most people put a rig, whether you've got a backplate and wing or you've got a standard BC. Most people will put the BC onto the tank, and that's not how this works. And I'll show you how this works. This we lay down on our face. I'm going to move some of the weights. Some people use weight pockets, some people thread them directly onto the backplate and wing. So I've got the backplate sitting on a surface. It could be a table. I've got the back of my truck here, and what I'll do is I'll turn the tank off. In this case, depressurize the reg, pop the cam bands off, and because I've got a DIN regulator, I'll just unscrew the reg. Tank comes off. That's it. I'll put a new one on, and I'll show you exactly how that goes. I'm just going to throw these down in the grass because I'm feeling kind of lazy about it. So that goes on just like that. I know exactly where my cam bands are supposed to go. I've made it so that my top cam band just barely hits off of the shoulder, just like that. It doesn't go down here. My tank would be too high and I'd get bashed in the back of the head with this valve. So this goes just like that. Cam band and closed. Keep your fingers free so you don't get them chopped off. Again, I'll show it to you again. There you go. And that's on there. Now the interesting thing about this is that these straps don't have to be wet. This cam here is so strong that even when dry it still works just fine. These are ScubaPro's cam bands. I put them way to the side. If you could show in here, I put them way to the side so that I can sort of bury this hook in the wing, right? So the wing is like this, and that way it keeps you from having an entanglement hazard right there. So open, tank comes completely off, closed, just like that. Some people will put those cam bands way here to the side. I like them on that side, but you don't have to. A lot of people will put them on the very back, and that becomes an entanglement hazard. So that's something that you definitely want to avoid. Now, of interest, these cam buckles, these are ScubaPro cam buckles, but this strap is my own design. I put the Velcro on the inside so that when the tank is there, it sort of keeps everything tight. ScubaPro's design for 2017 is a little bit different than this, but it works fine. This whole come apart completely style cam band is made by ScubaPro. Aqualung makes one. XS Scuba carries a generic brand whose buckle is very similar, and Highland also makes one as well that comes apart completely like this. They're really convenient. They make switching out of a you know, from an empty tank, an empty cylinder, to a full cylinder, really super easy. And then for this right here, you know, I'm gonna clear that out, make sure there's no water in it, and screw it back in. See if I'm going the right way, because I'm upside down here. Oh. I have to edit that out. All right, so you screw that back in, make that snug, and I like to depress the button at the same time, and there you go. So I've got a full on there. Now some of you were asking earlier about leaving a regulator pressurized while you remove the back plate and wing. And I'll show you exactly how I do that. Once I'm out of the water, and I've got my rig right here, right? So I've got a wing that's inflated, a mostly empty tank, and I want to go ahead and remove this whole setup like this for rinsing. What I'll do is I'll deflate and then hold this handle and the regulator at the same time. Oops, I forgot. Disconnect that. Disconnect my gauges. And now I'll hold the handle of the wing and the regulator at the same time. Open, open, and now they're separated. So now I can rinse back plate and wing separate from the tank. So yeah, it's the magic is in these cam bands that come apart, and really it has to do with I guess I should say the weird thing is in laying that down on its face in order to be able to assemble the rig. So that's it. I hope that helps. Hope that explains exactly what I was talking about. I am diving dry today, so I've got an extra inflator hose. You may have noticed. I don't know. So that's it. SeaJay out.